यहाँ पर साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी देखने के लिए जा रहे हैं। तो साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी में हम यहाँ पर देखेंगे, एक एक करके बढ़िया से देखें। पहला पॉइंट है यहाँ पर, कह रहा है यहाँ पर साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी बोल रहा है इंडियन स्पेस पॉलिसी 2023। वाई न्यूज रिसेंटली इंडियन स्पेस पॉलिसी 2023 वाज अप्रूवल बाय द गवर्नमेंट। कौन अप्रूवल किया है? गवर्नमेंट किया है। मोर ऑन द न्यूज में और बहुत सारी क्या है भाई, कह रहा है स्पेस, बोल रहा है स्पेस पॉलिसी अंडरलाइन द ग्रोइंग इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ प्राइवेट सेक्टर पार्टिसिपेशन इन स्पेस। द स्पेस पॉलिसी क्या अंडरलाइन कर रहा है? ग्रोइंग इंपॉर्टेंस, प्राइवेट सेक्टर का पार्टिसिपेशन इन स्पेस में उसका इम्पोर्टेंस को बढ़ रहा है, ये बता रहा है। आगे बता रहा था गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया हैज started reform in a space domain in 2020, opening the doors for enhanced participation of non-government entity with an aim to provide them a level playing field. उसके बाद क्या है? Subsequently, governments out to provide regulatory certainty to a space activity by various stakeholders. 2023 has thus been formulated as an overarching composite and dynamic framework to implement this reform vision. Significance of the space policy क्या है? फर्स्ट यह कंप्रहेंसिव स्पेस पॉलिसी, फर्स्ट यह कंप्रहेंसिव स्पेस पॉलिसी यहाँ पर बोल रहा है। सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ द स्पेस पॉलिसी, फर्स्ट यह comprehensive space policy outlining direction of the Indian space program, delineation specific role for the major stakeholder including ISOR, INSAP, NSIL and DOS, collaborative globally in addressing global challenge, climate change, disaster management, etc. Set a stage for the India's expanded participation in the global space arena, facilitating technology transfer for a vibrant space economy, emphasize on fostering innovation through public-private partnership। तो ये सभी सिग्निफिकेंस हैं। उसके बाद क्या है? विजन फॉर स्पेस पॉलिसी क्या है? विजन फॉर स्पेस पॉलिसी पहला है आर्गूमेंट स्पेस कैपेबिलिटी, दूसरा है डेवलप ए फ्लोरिशिंग कमर्शियल प्रेजेंस इन स्पेस, यूज स्पेस एज ए ड्राइवर ऑफ द टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलपमेंट, परसुएड इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन, ecosystem for effective implementation of space application, peaceful exploration of outer space, a stimulation of public awareness and scientific quest। स्ट्रेटेजी आउटलाइन इन द पॉलिसी, तो इसको पहले बाद में देखेंगे। यहाँ पर देखेंगे सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ द प्राइवेट पार्टिसिपेशन इन स्पेस। अगर प्राइवेट पार्टिसिपेट करेगा स्पेस में तो क्या सिग्निफिकेंट है? पहला बोल रहा है फोकस ऑन रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट इंक्रीज होगा, फोकस ऑन रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट। दिस अप्रोच अलाउ इसरो टू कंसंट्रेट ऑन कटिंग एज रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट, exploration mission and human space flight program। पहला क्या है सिग्निफिकेंस? Significance of private participation in a space may focus on research and development. This approach allows ISRO to concentrate on cutting-edge research and development, exploration, mission, and human space flight program. Shift from supply-driven model to demand-driven model. Shift होगा supply-driven model to the demand-driven model. Almost every sector, starting from agriculture to transport, weather department, even urban development now wants satellite data and space technology. Entry of the private sector into end-to-end space activity enabled to meet the new demand in this area. उसके बाद rapidly rising space industry. Rapidly rising space industry, the Indian space sector is projected to increase at 48.48% CAGR over the next 5 years to reach the 15 million. Enhanced share in global space economy. Currently, India accounts for only about 2% of the space economy, much behind the major player, the USA and China. उसके बाद है डाइवर्सिफाइंग स्पेस एक्टिविटी इन न्यू एरिया. Diversifying a space activity to a new area. In the global space market, rocket and satellite launch service in area in which ISRO specializes amount to only 5% share. Satellite-based service, ground-based for the remaining 95%. ये बोल रहा है diversify space activity in new area. In the global space market, rocket satellite launch service an area is which ISRO specialize around amount to only 5% share. Satellite-based service and ground-based system account for remaining 95%. Innovation and indigenization focus on public-private partnership. Focus on focus on public private partnership. Technology transfer enable sharing of the resource, knowledge, expertise between the public and private sector. उसमें मतलब कि इनोवेशन भी होगा, इंडिजिनाइजेशन ऑफ द focus on public private partnership, technology transfer and the technology and enable sharing resource, knowledge and expertise between the public and private sector. उसके बाद क्या है प्रमोट मेक इन इंडिया. उसके बाद है क्या है क्या करेगा प्रमोट इन मेक इन इंडिया. विद द एक्टिव पार्टिसिपेशन प्राइवेट पार्टिसिपेशन इंडिया कैन एस्पायर टू बिकम ए सैटेलाइट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हब एंड लॉन्च पैड फॉर द वर्ल्ड रैंकिंग from a small satellite launch vehicle to the geosynchronous satellite vehicle. Conclusion में क्या है इंडिया स्पेस पॉलिसी 2023 सेट द स्टेज फॉर ए बोल्ड एंड एम्बिशियस फ्यूचर. यहाँ कंक्लूजन में आएंगे, लेकिन इस में जो दे रखा है उसको हम समझ लेते हैं. तो ये सिग्निफिकेंस देख लिए, विजन भी देख लिए. आप यहाँ पर देखेंगे स्ट्रेटेजी आउटलाइन इन द पॉलिसी, स्टेक होल्डर एंड रोल. गवर्नमेंट है, गवर्नमेंट का क्या स्टेक होल्डर हो गया, रोल क्या है भाई, इनकरेजिंग एडवांस रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट. पहला रोल है इनकरेजिंग एडवांस रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट. दूसरा है स्टेबल एंड प्रेडिक्टेबल रेगुलेटरी framework to provide a level playing field to NGE through IN space, promoting and support to a startup, using a space as a driver for overall technology development. Non-governmental entity offer national and international space-based communication service, establish and operate ground facility for a space object operation, that is satellite control center, remote sensing satellite system, use orbiter resource to establish a space object for communication service over India and outside India, commercialize technology for enhancing and augmenting the satellite navigation, communication, and remote sensing. Engage in the commercial recovery of an asteroid resource or a space resource. Department of Space, nodal department for implementation of the Space Indian Space Policy 2023. ensure availability of continuous and improve Earth observation capability and data to fulfill the national requirement. नॉन गवर्नमेंटल एंटिटी इसमें क्या है? ऑफर नेशनल एंड इंटरनेशनल स्पेस बेस्ड कम्युनिकेशन सर्विस रोल है। Establish and operate ground facility for a space object operation satellite control center, a remote sensing satellite system. Use orbiter resource to establish a space object for communication service over India and outside India. Commercialize technology for enhancing and augmenting the satellite navigation, communication, and remote sensing. Engage in commercial recovery of an asteroid resource or a space resource. डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ स्पेस इसका क्या रोल है? नोडल डिपार्टमेंट फॉर इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ यूनियन स्पेस पॉलिसी 2023 ensure availability of continuous and improve earth observation capability and data to fulfill the national requirement. उसके बाद क्या है? और रोल है, और क्या रोल है? पार्टिसिपेशन इन इंटरनेट एफर्ट by providing critical remote sensing satellite data for disaster management and so sustainable development goal. Establish framework to ensure safe and sustainable space operation in compliance with the relevant international space debris mitigation guidelines. उसके बाद क्या है? इंडियन स्पेस रिसर्च ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रोल क्या है? रोल अंडर द पॉलिसी focus पहला focus primary on the research and development of new space technology and application, expanding the human understanding of the outer space, share technology product process, and best practice with the NG, enable open data access from a remote sensing satellite of ISRO. उसके बाद डेमोस्ट्रेट ह्यूमन स्पेस फ्लाइट कैपेबिलिटी, डेवलप ए लॉन्ग टर्म रोड मैप फॉर सस्टेनेबल ह्यूमन प्रेजेंस इन स्पेस। उसके बाद इन स्पेस क्या कर रहा है? इन स्पेस इंडिया नेशनल स्पेस प्रमोशन ऑथराइजेशन सेंटर act as the single window agency for the authorization of a space activity by the government entity and NGE. Work with industry to establish India as a preferred service provider at the global level. Ensure level playing field for the utilization of all facility created using public expenditure. Decision of the INSPAS shall be binding on the operation of such facility. Facilitate the transfer of technology developed by ISRO. Prescribe guidelines regarding the liability of potential damage due to the space activity. New Space India Limited are responsible for commercializing a space technology and platform created through the public expenditure. Operation part of the ISRO's mission will be moved to the NSIL service the space-based need of the user. उसके बाद है कंसर्न दैट रिमेन, क्या कंसर्न है जो रह जाता है? मल्टीप्लिसिटी regulation example approval need for the DOS ISRO and interaction. A space is linked to the security and strategic area. Private sector can compromise security by leaking the information. अगला increase in a space debris with growing a space economy. There are 23,000 pieces of debris larger than 10 centimeter. Absence of independence regulatory ISRO both a regular and operator. उसके बाद है प्राइवेट सेक्टर पार्टिसिपेशन इन स्पेस सेक्टर करंट स्टेटस. There are around 100 startups registered with the ISRO and are working closely in various domains of the space sector. India had more than 350 space tech company in 2021. In 2022, Vikram S, India's first privately built rocket, was launched under mission Paramb, and it was developed by the Hyderabad-based Seacroft Aerospace PSLV product. NSIL and Hindustan Aeronautical Limited exchanged MOU to producing MSLE LET in partnership with the HAL in the custodium. Other major private participation in space apart from NSI and INS Space. Other institutions include Indian Space Association launched in 2021. It is a fixed and non-profit industry body exclusively working toward the successful exploration, collaboration and development of the private and public space industry in India. It will be undertake policy advocacy, engage and operated with the all stakeholder and act as a catalyst for accelerating and exchange of the knowledge and technology of a space related domain. Hendrix Corporation Limited Incorporation is a marketing arm of the ISRO. It handles ISRO's commercial deal for satellite and launch vehicle with the foreign customer. A space entrepreneurship enterprise development conceived as a competitive early stage encouragement program to startup and MSME in focus area of the interest to ISRO. अब क्या पढ़ेंगे लीगो इंडिया प्रोजेक्ट लीगो यहाँ पर, लेकिन इसके पहले अभी कंक्लूड नहीं किए। कंक्लूजन में कहेंगे हम India's Space Policy 2023 set the stage for a bold and ambitious future for India's space sector, opening the door to innovation, collaboration, and international cooperation. Opening the door for innovation, collaboration, and international cooperation. However, it is essential to recognize that the global space landscape is not a static but constantly evolving. India must embrace adaptability and strategic foresight to keep pace with these rapid change. लीगो इंडिया प्रोजेक्ट क्या कह रहा है? LIGO India project, Union Cabinet has approved the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory for or LIGO project to build an advanced gravitational wave detector. More on the new component will be made in the India, improving the technological expertise of Indian scientists and engineers. Project will be multidisciplinary benefit on the India's astrophysics research and high and technological development. About the project, LIGO India is a planned advanced gravitational wave observatory to be located in India as part of the worldwide. Genesis, the project was given in the principal approval in 2016 to be completed by 2030 and location हिंगली डिस्ट्रिक्ट इन द महाराष्ट्र। उसके बाद क्या है फंडिंग में क्या है अबाउट द प्रोजेक्ट फंडिंग में डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एटॉमिक एनर्जी फ्रॉम डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एटॉमिक एनर्जी एंड डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी हैज बीन फंडेड। कैपेसिटी क्या कर रहा है? इट इज ए collaborative project between the custodian of India Research Institution and the LIGO laboratory in the USA, and USA will provide key component for the of the lab. Institution department involved Department of Atomic Energy, Department of Science and Technology, USA National Science Foundation, Directorate of the Construction Service and State Management in Mumbai, Inter-University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics, Pune, Institute for Plasma and Research, Gandhinagar, इंस्टीट्यूट एंड डिपार्टमेंट इन्वॉल्व कौन कौन इन्वॉल्व हुआ है भाई? पहला है डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एटॉमिक एनर्जी, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, यूएसए नेशनल साइंस फाउंडेशन, and Director of the Construction Service and State Management in Mumbai, Inter-University Center for the Astronomy and Astrophysics, Pune, Institute for the Plasma Research in Gandhinagar, Raja Ramanan Center for Advanced Technology, Indore. What is LIGO and how it works? ये क्या है, क्या कैसे वर्क करता है? LIGO इज ए टूल टू डिटेक्ट ग्रेविटेशनल वेव। ये क्या है भाई? ग्रेविटेशनल वेव को डिटेक्ट करने वाला है। The use of laser interferometer LIGO detector consists of the two 4 kilometer long vacuum chamber arranged other and with the mirror at the end. उसके बाद क्या experiment work by the releasing light ray simultaneously in the both chamber. Normally the light should return at the same time in the both chamber. However, if a gravitational wave pass through one chamber get elongated while the other get shook, resulting in a phase difference in the returning light ray. Detecting this phase difference confirms the presence of a gravitational wave or gravitational wave. Gravitational wave क्या है भाई? Gravitational wave are a ripples in a space time caused by some of the most violent energetic process in the universe. Gravitational wave are invisible. They travel at a speed of the light, and gravitational waves squeeze and stage anything in their path as they pass by. Albert Einstein predicted the existence of gravitational wave in 1960 in his general theory of relativity. One of the main conclusions of general theory of relativity is that the object of the mass was the very fabric of space-time. Greater the mass of an object, the more extreme the warping of the aspect is caused. So a star warps space-time more than a planet, and black hole warp it more than a star. Most powerful gravitational waves are created when objects move at a very high speed. Some example of event that could cause a gravitational wave are when a star exploded asymmetrically called a supernova, when two big stars orbit each other, when two black holes orbit each other and merge, black hole neutron star merge. तो कंक्लूजन है, कंक्लूजन पर आएंगे, लेकिन पहले ब्लॉक में जो दिया है उसको हम देख लेते हैं. करेंट लीगो फैसिलिटी क्या है भाई? LIGO India will be the third observator of its kind. Currently, LIGO consists of two widely separate installations within the United States, one in Hanford, Washington, and the other in the Livingston, Louisiana. The instruments at this observation are so sensitive that they can easily get influenced by events like earthquake and landslide or even the movement of truck and produce a false reading. That is why multiple observatories are needed to relocate the signal. Also, multiple detector can help tap all the possible source of gravitational wave to improve the quality and accuracy of information. LIGO sister facility Vigro, located in Italy. Vigro is a gravitational wave interferometer with the arms 3 kilometers long, and it is founded by the European Gravitational Observatory and Laboratory of the Italian and French government. ISRO, it is the 6.0.6 kilometer and 600-meter interferometer located near the Hanover, Germany, funded by both the German and British government. Kagra, Japan is currently building 3 kilometer interferometer inside the Kamiyoko mine. उसके बाद यहाँ में और कुछ दिया ये है अबाउट द स्पेस टाइम में क्या दिया हम कर रहे हैं. In our everyday lives, we think that three-dimensional space-time is completely separate thing, but Einstein's theory shows that the a spatial dimensional plus time are actually just part of the same thing, and the four dimension of a space-time not only are a space and time part of the same thing, but they are both warped by the mass, energy, and causing and curve a space-time. उसके बाद है first ever detection of a gravitational wave happened in 2050 by the two USA-based LIGO detector. The signal was named WGI Patna from the gravitational wave and the date of observation of Patna. These gravitational waves are produced by the merger of the two black holes, which were about 29 and 36 times of the mass of the Sun 1.3 million years ago. And this achievement was rewarded with the Nobel Prize in the 2017. उसके बाद यहाँ पर कंक्लूजन है डिटेक्शन ऑफ ग्रेविटेशनल हेल्प अंडरस्टैंड ब्लैक होल न्यूट्रॉन स्टार एंड सुपरनोवा एंड इवन द बिग बैंग एक्सट्रैक्टिंग द इंफॉर्मेशन कैरी बाय द वेव एड्रेस द क्वेश्चन ऑफ बोथ फिजिक्स एंड एस्ट्रोनॉमी उसके बाद है यहाँ पर डार्क मैटर मैप क्या कहता है भाई डार्क मैटर मैप उसके बाद है नेशनल क्वांटम मिशन उसके बाद है आपका जुपिटर आइस मून एक्सप्लोरेशन उसके बाद है आपका प्रिपेयरनेस रेजिडेंस उसके बाद दस से ज़्यादा 14 6 है थर्ड में पढ़ेंगे डार्क मैटर मैप ये क्या कहता है भाई कह रहा है वाई न्यूज पहला एस्ट्रोनॉमर हैव मेड द मोस्ट डिटेल्ड मैप ऑफ द डार्क मैटर शोइंग दैट बोथ द lumpiness piece of a solid substance usually with no particular shape of the inverse and rate at which the inverse is growing. More on the news have created a map by using the microwave detector of the Atacama Cosmology Telescope. उसके बाद क्या कह रहा है Astronomers have were observing the data collected by the ACT find out whether Einstein's prediction in his theory are correct regarding the expansion of the inverse. They also observe the sanctity of the standard model of the cosmology. उसके बाद ऑब्जर्वेशन made by the astronomer क्या है इनविजिबल वर्ल्ड पहला है फीचर ऑफ the invisible world dark matter energy were observed which are 100 of the million of the light year across cosmic cosmic microwave background radiation gravitational pull of large heavy structure including dark matter above the cm radiation on its 14 million year journey to the earth cm cmb and fossil radiation is the cool remnant of the first light cosmic microwave background radiation gravitational pull of a large heavy structure including the dark matter above the CMB radiation on its 14 million year journey of the earth. CMB or fossil radiation is the cooled remnants for the first light and leftover of the Big Bang that could ever travel fairly throughout the universe. The CMB light get deflected by dark matter just like a magnifying glass and deflected light that passes through it. Lumpiness measurement show that the luminance of the inverse is of the exact right size as per the SMC. Expansion rate at which it is growing is just what was expected from our SMSC and based on the Stein's theory. Gravitational lensing it was observed while recording the movement of the CMB and it is a phenomenon in the which light moving through a region of a space-time warp bend bend or twist out of the shape by the powerful gravitational field travel in a curve until it merges as a stretch out of the arc called the stencing. Gravitational lensings help in detecting dark matter. उसके बाद Einstein's prediction in theory of the general relativity क्या कह रहा है motion in the space and concentration of the mass and energy curve the structure of a space time anything passing near including light. He expected a beam of a star light should bend when passing through the sun's gravity. Expansion of universe, he provided the mathematical framework for describing the structure and evolution of the universe, one hotter and denser than it is today from its beginning, 13.8 million years ago and into the future. Galaxies are moving away from each other, and also he predicted that the universe is lumpy. How does the new map confirm Einstein's prediction? Crisis in cosmology. Previous previous map indicate that the lumpiness of the universe was not as dense as Einstein's theory has proposed. Under the standard model of the cosmology and lead to concern that the model may be broken. These findings use the difference by ground light and one emitted from the star in a galaxy rather than the CMB. However, the latest results from the ACT were able to assess that the lumpiness seen are as per the Einstein's theory. A standard model of the cosmology finding prove that the expansion of the universe is as per the SMC. It is also called the Concordance Cosmological Model or the ACDM model. It is based on the principle that the universe was created by the Big Bang from pure energy, and also it believes that the universe is composed of about 5% ordinary matter visible, 27% dark matter, and 68% dark energy. Versions of so that the universe started with a very dense and hot phase that expanded and cooled itself. Later released CMB, its movement depict it is universal is still expanding. उसके बाद also it reflect the massive object uphill the gravity is not force but rather is distortion of time and space. उसके बाद यहाँ पर ब्लॉक में दे रखा है उसके बाद कह रहा है बिग बैंग मॉडल. It is the only model that is able to explain the existence of cosmetic microwave background. उसके बाद according to this model, the universe started with a very dense and hot phase that expanded and cooled itself. For several hundred of the thousands of the years, the temperature was so high that a neutron atom could not form. Matter consisted mostly of neutrons and charged particles, proton and electron. An electron interact closely with the light particle and therefore light matter were lightly occupied coupled at that time that is light could not travel for a long distance. Light could therefore not propagate and universe was opaque. It took about 3 lakh years for the universe to cool down to temperature at which atom can form. Matter then became neutron and allowed the light to travel freely the then universe. Einstein's theory relativity it was propounded by him in 1915. In this theory, he contradicted Isaac Newton's concept of the space, who saw space and time as a fixed, but according to the malleable and gravity is not a but rather a distortion of time and space. Teeny ripple are caused by colliding black hole. Composition of universe, unlike normal matter, dark matter does not interact with electromagnetic force, and this means it does not observe, reflect, and emit light, making it extremely hard in scope. Research has been able to infer the existence of dark matter only from the gravitational effect it seems to have on visible matter. It seems to outweigh visible matter roughly so 6 to 1, making up about 27% of the universe. Astronomical physics first used the term dark matter in the 1930s and it make up the approximately 68% of the universe and appear to be associated with a vacuum in space. It is distributed evenly throughout the universe and not only in the space but also in time. It make up 5% of the universe and include Earth and the Sun and other star and galaxy. It is made of the proton, neutron and the electron bundled together into the atom. यहाँ पर कहेंगे the latest finding with the help of ACT has upheld the ASMC and solved the crisis in cosmology up to the large extent. It will give an opportunity as astronomer and researcher for a space-related research and a space agencies such as NASA, ISRO, and can use these findings for their space exploration program. अब नेशनल क्वांटम मिशन है भाई, इसको पढ़ते हैं। नेशनल क्वांटम मिशन के बारे में पढ़ते हैं। यहाँ पर अब पढ़ेंगे हम नेक्स्ट है जो नेशनल क्वांटम मिशन। नेशनल क्वांटम मिशन क्या है भाई, इसके बारे में पढ़ेंगे। कह रहा है यहाँ पर नेशनल क्वांटम मिशन, why news recently national quantum mission received cabinet approval at the total cost of about 6,000 crore। उसके बाद क्या है, अबाउट द क्वांटम टेक्नोलॉजी। क्वांटम टेक्नोलॉजी सीक टू हार्नेस लॉ ऑफ क्वांटम फिजिक्स which describe the behavior of matter and energy at the atomic subatomic level. This is unlike classical physics, in which an object can exist in the one place at one time. Classical computer operator using binary physics state 1 to 0. Quantum computing uses cubic, typically subatomic particle as its the basic unit of information instead of the binary bits. Quantum simulation क्या है, specially designed quantum computer constructed for the purpose of simulating material or chemical reaction of the physical world. Quantum communication क्या है, use quantum bits, typically photon of the light for transmitting data along optical cable. Include technology like quantum K distribution or quantum random number generation. Quantum sensing and metrology uses individual particles such as the photons, electrons as highly sensitive sensor in current technology related to the measurements of the force and gravitation, electronic field, etc. उसके बाद अबाउट द मिशन क्या एम है, टू सीड नर्चर इन स्किल of scientific and industrial research and development and create a vibrant, innovative ecosystem in quantum technology. Implementing agency, it will be implemented by the Department of Science and Technology under the Ministry of Science and Technology. Mission duration from 2023 to 2021. Target developing intermediate scale quantum computer with the 50 to 1000 physical cubic in 8-year satellite-based secure quantum communication between ground station over a range of 200 kilometers within India and with other countries. Also, intercity quantum K distribution over 200 kilometers. Application area magnetometer with high sensitivity in atomic system. Atomic clocks for precise timing, communication, and navigation. Design and synthesis of the quantum materials such as superconductor, novel semiconductor structure, and the topological materials for the fabrication of quantum device. Single photo source and detector and ethnological photo source of the quantum communication sensing and metrological application. Theme क्या है भाई, it include setting of the 4 thematic hub in top academic and national research and development institution in the domain quantum computing, quantum communication and quantum sensing and metrology and quantum material and device. Significance of the mission क्या है, पहला significance है technological advancement. Technological advancement. NQM can take the technology development ecosystem in the country to globally competitive level, help various disciplines. The mission would greatly benefit various sectors including communication, health, finance, energy, with the application in drug design, space, banking and security, etc. Research and development. It will help establish a research ecosystem in and around the quantum technology and global leader. India can take an early advantage in developing the technology and harnessing the benefit. Currently, only six other countries and the United States, Finland, Australia, China, connecting in the field of developing quantum technology on a larger scale. National security, it will aid national security in the areas such as optimized intelligence collection, encryption, satellite technology and communication, etc. उसके बाद क्या है, वे फॉरवर्ड है, लेकिन वे फॉरवर्ड के पहले हम पढ़ेंगे यहाँ पर कुछ ब्लॉक में दे रखा है, इसको हम देख लेते हैं एक एक करके। ये तो देख लिए हैं पोटेंशियल एप्लीकेशन ऑफ क्वांटम टेबल। अब नो द टर्म यहाँ आ रहा है क्वांटम के डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन। इट इज ए secure communication technology that enable two parties to share random secret keys that are known only to them and can be used to encrypt or decrypt message. A magnetometer, it is an instrument for measuring the strength and sometimes the direction of magnetic field, and including those on or near the Earth and its space. The key principle superposition. It is a it is the ability of the quantum particle to be a multiple state at the same time until it's measured. Entanglement, it refers to a situation in which two or more quantum particles are linked in such a way that it is impossible for them to be described independently. उसके बाद है क्यूबिट, ये क्या है भाई? जस्ट लाइक हेनरी बीट, 0 to 1. 0 to 1 is the basic unit of information in classical or traditional computing. A qubit quantum bit, a combination of a state of the 0 to 1 is the basic unit for information in quantum computing. Physics versus logical qubit. A physics qubit is a physical device that behave as a two-state quantum system used as a component of a computer system. Example, at an atom of the hydro existing in the multiple energy level. Logical qubit are group of the physical qubit and working together to perform a computer, and bit 1 and bit 2, empty 0 and fill 1. Quantum bit qubit 1 by atna of the atna, and the head 0 and tail 1. 50% chance if landing on 0 and 50% chance on landing on the 1. उसके बाद क्या है? चैलेंज टू द मिशन. क्या चैलेंज है? पहला है नीड सस्टेन फाइनेंस फॉर ए लॉन्ग टर्म, अंडर डेवलप रिसर्च इकोसिस्टम, गैप इन द इको एजुकेशनल एंड स्किल लेवल, लिमिटेड इंडस्ट्री एकेडमिया लिंक एंड पुअर रिसर्च कोलेबोरेशन एट द नेशनल एंड इंटरनेशनल लेवल. उसके बाद क्या है? जुपिटर आइस मून एक्सप्लोरेशन मिशन. ये पढ़े जुपिटर आइस मून एक्सप्लोरेशन मिशन करा. वाई न्यूज पहला है भाई, क्यों न्यूज में है, लेकिन इसके पहले यहाँ पर वे कोड पर हम देख लेते हैं, क्योंकि इसको हम छोड़ देते हैं कि लास्ट में देखते हैं. तो यहाँ करा नेशनल क्वांटम मिशन इज ए जेंट स्टाइड इन द फ्यूचर टू रियलाइज इट्स पोटेंशियल कोलैबोरेशन and government must happen. This will help address the financial human resource gap and at the same time aid in the creation of the national quantum research ecosystem. Jupiter Ice Moon Exploration Mission. ये क्या है भाई? कर रहा है द यूरोपियन स्पेस एजेंसी हैज लॉन्च जूइस फ्रॉम यूरोप स्पेस पोर्ट French Guiana on the 8-year-long voyage to Jupiter and its moon through Ariane 5. More on news. Spacecraft will complete fly by of Venus, Earth, and the Earth moon system to arrive at its destination in 2031. It is the first large class mission in ESA Cosmic Vision of 2015 and 2025 program. For the first time that the ESA has sent a spacecraft beyond the asteroid belt, and it is the product of global cooperation between 23rd country, academia, institution, and private company. उसके बाद अबाउट द जूइस मिशन क्या है भाई? एक कह रहा है अबाउट द जूइस मिशन. पहला है ऑब्जेक्टिव इट विल मेक डिटेल ऑब्जर्वेशन अबाउट द जुपिटर एंड इट्स 3 लार्ज ओशन बेयरिंग मून, Ganymedes, Callisto, and Europa. It will inspect and analyze the moon weather, magnetic field, gravitational pull, and other elements. Time period, it will spend at least 3 years studying the Gap giant and its moons. A spacecraft, it has a record 85 square meter of the solar panel, which stretch out of the size of the basketball court. It will collect as much energy as possible near Jupiter, where sunlight is 25 times weaker than the Earth, and payload it includes Galaxy's laser altimeter and measures moons and Jupiter, imaging a spectrum of UV and imaging a spectrograph. फिफ्थ जुपिटर क्विक फैक्ट. यहाँ पर जुपिटर का क्विक फैक्ट है लार्जेस्ट प्लेनेट इन द सोलर सिस्टम एंड मोर देन ट्वाइस एज मैसिव एज ऑल द अदर प्लेनेट combined. It is one of the Jovian planet. Other are Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. They do not have a solid surface. Instead, they are composed primarily of hydrogen and helium, and with trace of the methane ammonia, water, and other gases in their atmosphere. It has the highest number of moons, followed by Saturn. It has a faint rising system. Great Red Spot is a giant storm bigger than the Earth, and that has rigged for hundred of years. Rotation and revolution around the sun rotates on once about every 10 hours. And Julian day and but take about 12 Earth here to complete one revolution. The sun Julian. उसके बाद यहाँ पर दिया है, ये सभी देख लिए थे, नहीं देखे, यहाँ पर देखते हैं उसके बाद क्या कर रहा है ये, उसके बाद कर रहा है ये मून के बारे में दिया है, फिर ये कर रहा है लार्जेस्ट मून इन द आवर सोलर सिस्टम जेनिमिट्स कहता है और ओनली मून नोन एज टू हैव इट्स ओन मैग्नेटिक फील्ड due to ice and rocky sea bottom. It has potential for supporting life, and the Golestan, second largest moon of the Jupiter and the third largest moon on the our solar system, heavily created surface of ice and rock and evidence of a subsurface ocean. And Europa क्या है, has a layer of ice and water on top of a rocky and metal interior, has only a tenuous atmosphere of oxygen and has the osmosis and surface of any known solid object. मिशन स्पेस ऑफ द जुपिटर, यहाँ पर मिशन पॉइनियर 10 नासा 19 बिगर 1 इंटू नासा 1972 में, गलीलियो फर्स्ट टू इंटर जुपिटर ऑफ नासा 1989 में, एंड ओलेसिया नासा निस 1990 में, जूनो नासा 2011 में, यूरोपा क्लिपर नासा एक्सपेक्टेड 2024 में। उसके बाद बेनिफिट ऑफ जूइस मिशन क्या है, बेनिफिट होगा, पहला बेनिफिट यहाँ बता रहा है, लाइफ इन सोलर सिस्टम, इट मे फाइंड एविडेंस ऑफ लाइफ ऑन द मून्स ऑफ जुपिटर, new scientific knowledge, it will reveal new set for information about Jupiter. Also it will help in understanding the formation of planet and the moon, inspiration for other space agency using renewable source of energy. Solar planet will set an example of front other space agencies such as ISRO. Benefit of a space exploration, benefit of a space exploration. IT inspire the younger generation. There are many young people who are interested in the idea of a space exploration. As a result, they pursue an education in the science, as they can live their passion of space and everything that it has offered to. New raw material are out in the space. These virtually unlimited resource. It is all just a matter of the collecting and it and bringing it back, which granted will not be an easy task. Still, it is virtually unlimited natural resource. उसके बाद है जॉब क्रिएशन. A space exploration doesn't just involve scientists and the astronomer. It also requires many engineer, research and assistance technician, mechanism and other professional. And if a space exploration would be stopped today, these people would become jobless. Medicine innovation, from a robotic arm that can work directly using functional and magnetic resource, imagine to method of administering anti-cancer drug aimed directly at the disease cell, and research in microgravity and has brought about an important innovation in the field of medicine. उसके बाद और क्या है बेनिफिट, यहाँ पर है, it protect us from asteroid. The asteroid threat may be mana from the heaven for the catastrophes, but it has to be taken into consideration. A serious and well-funded space program must have the capacity to monitor large asteroids that could potentially destroy our planet. Are we alone in the universe so far? The Kepler Space Telescope has unveiled a long list of the other Earth beyond our solar system situated in inhabitable belt around their respective star, and they are They are all potentially habitable for the life. Great discovery from the thermal space blanket used today by the marathon runner to the portable vacuum cleaner we now have in our homes. Space research has documented surprising and pleasing innovation that we non-astronomers use every day, uniting the nation. If there is one thing that the entire world can get behind, its space exploration, and nation might have fight against each others about the things that go to the with the regard of the planet Earth, but they all want to explore the cosmos. चैलेंज इन द जूस मिशन इसको देखिए क्या चैलेंज है। पहला चैलेंज यहाँ बोल रहा है complex mission is dependent on several maneuvers which are required for the insertion of the spacecraft in the orbit of the Jupiter and Ganymede. Extreme atmospherical condition, temperature around the gas planet stand at a chilly 230 centimeter. The contest strikingly with the scoring 250 centimeter near neighbors and gravity assistant flyby of the Venus, Earth, and the Earth Moon system may change the trajectory of the mission. Monitoring a spacecraft will travel more than 1.7 million miles in the space. Collision solar panel on the spacecrafts are under the threat due to the space debris, also known as space junk. उसके बाद ये जुपिटर ट्रोजन एस्ट्रॉइड related news. NASA's Space Lucy has captured image of Jupiter Trojan, Trojan. Analyze how to Trojan asteroid reflect light from the a certain angle. Trojan, also known as ancient population or asteroid fossil orbit on the Sun in two large groups, with one group leading ahead of Jupiter in its path, another trailing behind. They are stabilized by the Sun and its largest planet in the gravitational balancing act. Lucy has launched in 2021 as the first space mission to study the Trojan. It is on a 12-year mission that will take close observation of 9 Jupiter Trojan and two main belt asteroids along with that. अब पढ़ेंगे प्रिपरेशन एंड रेजिलेंस फॉर इमर्जिंग थ्रेट इनिशिएटिव। क्या कर रहा है? Recently, World Health Organization launches Preparedness and Resilience for Emerging Threat Initiative. About Preparedness and Resilience for Emerging Threat Initiative is an innovative approach to improving disease pandemic preparedness. It recognizes that the same system and capacity knowledge tools can be leveraged and applied for group of pathogens based on their mode of transmission, respiratory, vector-borne, and foodborne. It incorporates the latest tool and approach for shared learning, collective action established during the COVID-19 pandemic and other recent public health emergency. It places the principle of equity, exclusivity, and coherence at the forefront. PRET provided a platform for the national, regional, and global stakeholders to collaborate to strengthen preparedness. PRET recognized that there the system and capacity relevant for pandemic preparedness, those that are cross-cutting for all and multi-hazard, relevant for groups of pathogens, respiratory herbivorous, are specific to a pathogens and PRET, operate under the aegis of the International Health Resolution IHR 2005 are a legally binding agreement of 196 a state party, including all the 194 member states of the WHO, to build a capability to detect and resolve potential public health emergency worldwide. And IHR set out the core capacity that country need to be able to detect and respond effectively WHO play the cooperative coordinating role in the IHR implementation and together with its partner help country to build capacity. IHR require that all the country have the ability to detect, assess and report and respond. The technical action in the PRET are mapped to the IHR core capacity group to according to the subsystem for the health, energy, emergency preparedness, response and resilience. HEPR under the WHO is a learning channel bringing together resources for its WHO national counterpart and partner to outline the process of developing national investment plan to apply for additional resource including pandemic fund resource. PRET can also serve to operationalize the objective and provision of the pandemic account, which is currently negotiated by the WHO member state. आप पढ़ेंगे रेयर अर्थ एलिमेंट क्या है भाई, डिटेल में देखेंगे. हैदराबाद बेस्ड नेशनल जियोफिजिकल रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट has found larger deposit of 15 rare earth element in Andhra Pradesh, Anantapur district. Rare earth element are also known as rare earth oxide are a group of 70 silver white soft heavy metal that occur together in periodical table. A group consisting of yttrias and 15 lanthanide elements, anthemians, cassarian, pristonias, and neodymium, and tritium, and samarium, and uranium, and candolium, and tritium, and cyprium, helium, and uranium, and thulium, and the lithium. Rare earth elements are all metal having many similar properties, and that often cause them to be found together in geological deposit. उसके बाद क्या है, रेयर अर्थ एलिमेंट्स आर आल्सो यूज इन हाई एंड टेक्नोलॉजी डिफेंस एप्लीकेशन electronic device like cell phones and computer electrical vehicle, and because of their luminescent and catalyst property in similar development, scientists from Institute of the Mineral and Material Technology Bhubaneswar and has estimated the quantity of the RE that can be recovered from the red mud. Red mud is a toxic byproduct of aluminum extraction from the bauxite or using bio process. Red mud contain RE. They are too strategic to recover RE from red mud. Extracted only RE or extracted all metals such as iron and titanium and the sodium including RE. Where are the world's largest rare earth element world total? And the China and the Vietnam, Brazil and the Russia, India, Australia, Greenland, United States, Tanzania, Canada and South Africa. ये सभी है. उसके बाद यहाँ पर और है, प्रोजेक्ट हैज बीन लॉन्चेड इन अकॉर्डिंग विद द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ नेशनल स्ट्रेटेजिक ब्लॉकचेन 2021 लॉन्चेज प्रोजेक्ट. अब पढ़ेंगे ब्लॉकचेन प्रोजेक्ट. गवर्नमेंट लॉन्चेज ब्लॉकचेन प्रोजेक्ट टू project is titled Design and Development of Unified for offering national blockchain service and creation of the blockchain ecosystem. It is a part of government effort toward the realizing Web3 as a blockchain play a crucial role in it. It will facilitate the creation of open application programming interface for a smooth integration and provision of blockchain as a service over distributed infrastructure. BaaS refer to third-party cloud-based infrastructure and management for company. It allows government department to leverage blockchain service to build, host, and use their own blockchain up a smart contract and function of the blockchain. Project has been launched in accordance with the objective of the National Strategy on Blockchain 2021 launched by the Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology. It creates a trusted digital platform by involving a national blockchain infrastructure. Blockchain is distributed and decentralized ledger technology that facilitates the process of recording and tracking transactions between users. Each transaction in a blockchain is recorded as a block of the data which is linked with the other block before or after it. Benefit of BaaS and facilitated by their adoption of the blockchain technology, reduce cost of infrastructure for a smaller company, promoting innovation and entrepreneurship, enable better security compliance for ensuring supply chain traceability, support for upgradation, preventive repair maintenance of the equipment supreme was launched by Department of Science and Technology. It is a first of its kind program to provide financial support for repair, upgradation, maintenance, and retrofitting or requiring additional attachments to the increased functional capability of existing analytical instrumental facilities. Funding pattern 75 by 25 and government-owned institution except for a state-funded institution which will get 100% funding. Support under the scheme will be up to 3 year. Analytical instruments are vital for pursuing research through sample analytical in many areas of modern science and technology. PSLV orbital experimental model 2. ISRO carry out scientific experiments using POEM 2 in PSLV CC5 mission. PSLV CC555 is a dedicated mission of New Space India Limited and for the International Satellite Customer for Singapore. PSLV is a four-stage launch vehicle and first and third stage solid and second and third liquid. NSI is the commercial arm of the ISRO for enabling Indian industry to take up high technology space related activity. Main payload launch Earth observation satellite to support satellite imaging requirement of the Singapore government agencies Lumilight to augment Singapore's maritime navigation and benefit the global shipping community. And mission for the first time will see solar panel PSLV's fourth and stage for the conducting month-long experiment. Usually fourth and final stage of the rocket remain in a space for only a couple of days before dropping back into the atmosphere and burning up. However, PSLV include PSLV orbital experimental model to platform to perform in orbit experiment using the first final state of PSLV. POEM has dedicated navigation, guidance, and the control system which act as a platform of bridge to stabilize it. Will specify bureaucracy. POEM will derive its power from the mounting solar panel and Lion battery. Tropospheric mission monitoring of pollution tempo instrument. NASA launched device called Tempo to monitor air from a space. Tempo will allow scientists to monitor air pollutants and their emission source and air quality across greater North America on an hourly basis during the daytime and situation in the geostationary orbit 75,786 kilometers above the equator. Among the pollutant tracked by the tempo will be nitrogen dioxide and produced from the combustion of the fossil fuel and formaldehyde and ozone. It will be able to measure atmospheric pollution down to spatial resolution of the 10 square kilometer or neighborhood level. Electromagnetic ion cyclotron and wave. Recently, Indian scientists identified EMI wave in the Indian and Antarctic station metric situated is characteristic. A study can help understand the impact of energetic particle in the radiation belt on the low orbit satellite. उसके बाद है about the EMIC wave. They are the discrete electromagnetic emission transverse plasma wave observed in the Earth's inner magnetosphere. Plasma is the fourth of the matter along with solid liquid gas, and plasma is a superheated matter gas with a sufficient energy that the electrons are ripped away from the atom to form an ionized gas, and these gas waves are generated in an equatorial latitude and propagate along magnetic field lines to its footprints in the high latitude ionosphere atmosphere. They can be recorded in both space as well as ground-based magnetosphere. These waves gravitation of the killer electron which are hazardous into our space-borne technology instrument. Killer killer electron are electrons to the speed of the light which form the radiation belt of the planet Earth. Magnetosphere is the region around a planet dominated by the planet's magnetic field rather than the magnetic field of the interplanetary space. The Earth magnetosphere is dominated by the magnetic field of the Earth and protecting Earth's atmosphere from many types of the radiation from the sun. deep learning, geomagnetic perturbation model. NASA research has developed a new computer model called the Dagger to forecast magnetic disturbance provided a warming for the solar storm. The model integrated artificial intelligence with satellite data to predict the incoming solar wind. It provided a lead time of the 30 minutes for an impending solar storm anywhere on the Earth in enough to protect the critical system from the solar storm. The solar wind is a stream of material that flow from the sun, carrying the sun magnetic field out into a space and can cause damage to existing electrical infrastructure in the world. Magnetos यहाँ क्या है मैग्नेटो रेसिस्टेंस recently Nobel laureate Enron Gaines discovered that the graphene display an anomalous giant magnetosprings at room temperature. GMR is the result of physical resistance of a conductor sandwich between two materials being affected by the magnetic field in adjacent material. Material are magnetized in same direction. Electrical resistance in the conductor is low when the direction are opposite each other and resistance increase. Application of GMR hard disk drive and the magnetos resist RAM in the computer and biosensor, automatic sensor and micro electromechanical system and medical imaging. New study has found that a graphene-based device, unlike a conventional counterpart, couldn't need to be cooled to a very low temperature sense magnetic field. About graphene is a two-dimensional single-atom thick layer of carbon atom bounded in hexagonal lattice structure, and it is extracted from the graphite and play unique physiochemical property like high surface area and good bio capability, a strong mechanical strength, excellent thermal conductivity, fast electron and transportation. Solar cell, fuel cell, supercomputer, etc., sensor, biomedical, diagnostic, drug delivery, etc., environmental treatment, etc. In 2007, Albert Hurt and Peter Grunberg received the Nobel Prize in the physics for their discovery of GMR in the 1988. In 2010, Andre Jean and the Constance Nobels received Nobel Prize for physics for their work on the graphene. New uranium isotope, a previously unknown isotope of uranium with the atomic number 92 and mass number 241. The uranium 241 discover uranium is a naturally occurring radioactive element. Naturally, 99.27 of the uranium exists in the form of U-238, while rest in other isotopes 5 and the U-234, etc. Theoretical calculation suggests it could have a half-life of the 40-minute. New isotope was found during a process called the multi-nuclear transfer, in which two isotopes exchange proton and neutron. Benefit refines our understanding of nuclear physics, designing nuclear power plants and models of the exploding star. A State of the World's Children 2023 report, a State of the World's Children 2023 for the Every Child and Vaccination report released by the UNOS and building on the global strategic outline in Immunization Agenda 2030 and gave a strategy 5.2 to promote equity and sustainability scale of immunization coverage. Report presented an agenda to put childhood vaccination first. Key priority identify and vaccination every child everywhere by catching up on the vaccination of children mission during the pandemic. 98% of the population in India currently perceive vaccine is important for children. Identifying zero dose and reach or miss out under the vaccination children. India was among top 20 countries with the largest number of zero dose children. A strength demand for vaccination by talking to community tackling gender barriers and rethinking accountability in the health system. I spend more on immunization and the health while investing in the primary health care at the national level and better aligning donor support, build a resilience system by improving the data collection and disease surveillance, securing vaccine and others. In India, digital health platform TECO technology enable community health operation and electronic vaccine intelligence work network and increase vaccination coverage while enhancing data entry efficiency. The big catch of WHO unifies Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, and Bill Melinda Gateway Foundation, along with the Immunization Agenda 2030 and other health partners, are implementing the big catch up. It is a target global effort to boost vaccination among the children, aiming to reverse the decline in the childhood vaccination derived from COVID-19 pandemic. It will partner particular focus on the 20 country including India, where the three-quarter of the children who miss vaccination in 2021 leave. It will strengthen the healthcare workforce, improve health service delivery, and build demand for vaccine and address obstacles to restoring immunization. Synrix vaccine, Gloxins Pharma has launched vaccine Synrix in India to prevent single signals is caused by the reactivation of the varicella zoster virus and same virus that causes chicken pox and those suffering from the diabetes, heart disease, and kidney disease are evaluated increased risk of developing single causes of weakened immunity and Synfix aim to prevent shingles, herpes zoster, and post herpetic pneumonia in the adult age 15 years or more. It is the world's first non-live recombinant subunit vaccine to be given intermuscular in two doses. It was approval by USA Food and Drug Administration and Operation Know Your Medicine National Anti-Doping Agency. I developed the Know Your Medicine web and mobile application with an aim to create a clean sporting environment in India and paying the path for clean sport. Application will enable the sport ecosystem too and check if any prohibited substance is presented in the medicine. Make informed choice about the use of medicine available in Hindi English. The user can search by the image and text option and search by the medicine and ingredients option. International prize in the statistics. The Indian America C.R. Rao won the Nobel Prize equivalent in statistics at the age of 102. International Prize in Statistics was established in 2016 by a group of five major statistical organizations: American Statistical Association, Institute of the Mathematical Statistics, International Biometrical Society, International Statistics Institute Society. It is awarded once in every 2 years to an individual or a team. Prize is given for major achievement using statistics to advance science and technology and human welfare. तो ये हो गया काम 1.5 घंटा